In this video, we're going to look at how we order fractions, or how we compare them, how we see which one is bigger and which one is smaller. And the first thing we're going to just use a half. And we're going to start thinking, what is a half? And we're going to look at if fractions are more or less than a half and what that tells us. So let me explain with an example. I want to know which is bigger, 5/7 or 1/3. Now these fractions have different denominators, so it's hard to just straight away compare them. But if I use the half to help me, I'm going to look at this one, 5/7. Is that more or less than a half? Well, if I think of a chocolate bar and it's in 7 pieces, and if I have 5 of them, well, in this chocolate bar, I definitely have more than a half. If I have a chocolate bar that is the same size, but this time it's broken into 3 pieces, and I have one part of it, I have less than a half. So this one is going to be more because it's more than a half. So I can say that 5/7 is greater than 1/3 because it is more than a half and less than a half. Let's look at another one. I'm going to do the same thing again. This one says, which is greater, 2/9 or 7/11? I'm going to think about my chocolate bar again. This time I've got a chocolate bar that's broken into 9 pieces, and I have 2 of them. If I have 2 of them, then there's 7 left over, so I have less than a half here. Same chocolate bar, but I break it into 11 pieces, and this time I have 7 of them. There's only going to be 4 left, and so here, this one must be more than a half, and must be bigger than this one. So here I can say that 7/11 is greater than 2/9, because this is more than a half, and this is less than a half. Now, unfortunately, it's not always as simple as chocolate bars and halves. Sometimes they're a bit more complicated. So let's look at question 3. 5/8 or 3/4? Which is bigger? Which is greater? Well, both of them are more than a half. So I'm going to have to draw a bar. Now remember, they're both the same size. So I've got 5/8, so I've broken it into 8 parts, and I've got 5 of them. I've got the same size chocolate bar, it's broken into 4 parts, and I've got 3 of them. And if you can see here on the bar, by drawing it, I can see here that 3/4 is more than 5/8. So 3/4 is greater than 5/8. One more with the bar. Here I've got 7/12 or 6/8. Both are bigger than a half. So here I've got 12 parts it's broken into, so the denominator is 12. And I have 7 of those pieces. Here, the same size chocolate bar, but it's broken into 8 pieces, and I have 6 of them. And you can see quite clearly there that 6/8 is more than 7/12. So I can say that 6/8 is greater than 7/12. Okay, in this video, we've looked at how we can order fractions. First, by thinking about a half, and second, by drawing bars of equal sizes and comparing them. In the next video, we'll look at a strategy which we can use, which is more longer term.